I voted for Trump and I'm a huge fan of the UFC, but I think it's so cringe watching him bring politicians to the events now. Here's why. First time he brought Mike Johnson, who is a total establishment phony and crony. He's not cool. When Trump originally ran for office, he identified that Marco Rubio was a perfect puppet and that the Adelson family could easily control him. Since then, Trump has hired Marco Rubio, taken hundreds of millions of dollars from that family, and became the perfect little puppet that he used to make fun of Marco Rubio for being. That's why he hired him.
You know, Miriam and Sheldon would come into the White House probably almost more than anybody outside of people that work there. And they were always after, and as soon as I'd give them something, always for Israel. As soon as I'd give them something, they'd want something else. I'd say, give me a couple of weeks, will you please?
Well, you know, the biggest change I've seen in Congress is Israel literally owned Congress. You understand that 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it was so powerful. But I think you know exactly what I'm saying. They had such power, Israel had such power, and rightfully, over Congress.
Ted Cruz is not only cringe, but he's a fraud as well. During the lockdowns, he got vaccinated, of course, like a good little boy. And then he decided that because he got vaccinated, he deserved special freedom and privileges on an airplane. Ted Cruz is also a donor-sucking, fraudulent politician. Nobody ever called him out for that because on our side, we don't have journalists and news analysts. We have professional sports ball fans who basically go to these events, get lobbied by politicians, and get rewarded with social circles and access in order to not do their job for the American people. Bobby Kennedy was promising, and I was excited for him to get in, only for him to do a 180 on MMR vaccines, which he admitted he wouldn't give to his own children, and wrote a forward with an exact opposite stance of what he pushed on his Twitter and in an op-ed. And also at Health and Human Services, that's correct, Bobby Kennedy thinks it's his job to do foreign policy and police hate speech in America for one race, one religion, and one foreign country. Donald Trump is wiping his behind with the First Amendment, viciously passing the IHRA global anti-Semitism laws into America, which are also in Canada, Australia, and the UK, 3 countries which America always mocks for having hate speech rules. Trump is enforcing them on non-criminal green card holders because he can't completely destroy the First Amendment now, but his administration's moving further and further to target US citizens with the same hate speech rules. And when it comes to cash, he seems like a cool guy, but we're not going to get the real Epstein files because this administration might as well be working for him. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Not trying to be a hater, just being honest. Our job as American citizens is to hold politicians accountable, not drool over them like they're WWE characters and get lobbied as an influencer to basically just get rich off doing nothing. Appreciate y'all.